a.m. It's April 15th. Welcome to my channel. Uh, Friday we had a wild day in the market. We went down, we pulled back, then we broke some critical lows. Um, Recovering today, right? Recovering this morning. So it should be interesting day today. It's Monday. Always like to sit back and collect information before I put a trade on today. Um, Seems like the war tensions have eased, hence crude pulling back and the market moving up. Okay, so that's really what is going on today. We continue earnings this week. They're starting to ramp up, so we'll talk about that. All right, so without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. Use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the market, along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, anchor VWAPs, and the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, the preceding day, all to help me find structure in the market. And when these things line up, right, that's what enables me to put risk on. I want to be with strength in the market. Okay, always want to be with the strength. So I'm not gonna say every time because an intraday trade might not line up macro wise, but generally that's what I want to do. Okay, now hopefully you enjoy my content and you can subscribe and set an alert. Okay, and of course if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And you could always follow me on X at Gonzo719. Okay, now let's get right into the futures watch list. Let's see what's going on this morning. Okay, we got Ether leading the pack. I know Bitcoin crypto pulled back over the weekend. So Ether is up 1.2, silver is up 1.15, Nasdaq's up 0.62, the Dow's up 0.58, ES up 0.54, the Russell's up 0.23. 10-year yield at the bull reported 820. Okay, it ended at 4.5. Let's see where it's at this morning. Now gold is pretty much flat. Okay, gold pulled back on Friday, so the dollar is down 0.11. Okay, 30-year bonds are being sold, so that should have yields rise. Okay, crude is down 1.03%. Bitcoin's down 1.12% at 66K. Okay, VIX, we're at a 16.78 VIX. We're down 3.06%. Okay, that's what's going on there. All right, let's move over to the Max 7 Plus. We got Meta. Meta got a price upgrade or price target raise, right? That's up 1%. Bob is up 0.93. Nvidia is up 0.73. Amazon up 0.69. Netflix is reporting earnings this week. Okay. Let's see what else here. Let's look at laggards. Apple. Apple is no longer the largest iPhone or smartphone maker. Samsung overtook them. Okay. Tesla. Tesla's going to have some job cuts coming up. They are down 1.21%. All right, moving on. Top sector stocks. Okay, Goldman Sachs reported earnings. The market's liking it. It's up 3.96%. Morgan Stanley up 1%. Okay, Qualcomm's up 1.82, followed by CAT. Okay, let's look at the laggard. The little laggard, Salesforce. Salesforce, let's see what that is. Salesforce. Well, right now I'm not going to get into it, but it's down 2.83%. Okay, now look at my swing trade list. Let's see who's leading the pack. Alcoa, which I believe is aluminum, that's up 3.75%. Cisco up 1.92. Lockheed Martin, no surprise there. That's defense. That's up 1.58%. Taiwan Semiconductor up 1.42. GDXJ, which is gold miners, junior miners, they're up 1.26. Okay, followed by Raytheon, no surprise there either. RTX up 1.15. Followed by Micron. Okay, laggard. Let's go to that. There's really not a big laggard here today. MicroStrategy down almost 1%. Bitcoin ETF TLT, EOG, the Donald Trump. We got Riot. There's not really big laggards on this list. We'll return to the top and we'll return to top sectors and we'll move on to just sectors. Sectors, what do we got? Big leader, semiconductors. Shocker, right? Shocker. Up 0.7. Okay, 0.77. Followed by financials. All right, that's Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is very large in the Dow too. So XLC up 0.59. Well, that's moving around. Followed by industrials. Okay, what else we got here? There's no laggard. All right, so we're up right from that big fall on Friday. Very interesting. Very, very interesting this morning. Okay, now we're going to get into our news, our earnings. Okay. Let's look at there's not really big data for this week. Okay. I would actually say it's more of a earnings week, but Fed Logan spoke already. We got retail sales at 8:30. Let's see. That's pretty big, but not like a CPI. Retail sales will come out this morning at 8:30, along with New York Empire Manufacturing Index. All right, 10 a.m. Business inventories. Not really. Tuesday, housing starts. Really, again, like I said, not a lot. Crude inventories at 10:30 on Wednesday. We got Fed Mester, 5:30 p.m. after the markets closed. Thursday, we got initial jobless claims, Philly Fed. Fed Williams speaks. Existing home sales, Fed Bostic. There's a Fed speak heavy day on Thursday. Friday, Fed Goolsby. That's really it. Not too crazy there. All right, now let's go to the earnings this week. All right, this morning, Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab reported already. Okay, after the close today, really nothing there that I care about. On Tuesday, we have Bank of America, United Health Group, Johnson and Johnson. So very heavy financial and healthcare, right? Morgan Stanley, Bank of New York, Mellon, PNC. So got more banks, right? United Airlines, Interactive Brokers, Omnicom Group. Okay, this is after the close on Tuesday. And now on Wednesday, before the open, ASML, Abbott Labs, Travelers, right? Let's see, Citizens Financial Group, Alcoa, after the close on Wednesday, Las Vegas Sands, Discover, all right? So earnings week starting to heat up. Taiwan Semiconductors report on Thursday. Nokia, all right? Big weekend earnings. Not like monsters, but some monsters in the healthcare space and financials, right? Ally Bank, then Netflix. After the close on Thursday, Netflix. Okay, Intuitive. That's surgical. Let's see what else here. And then on Friday, before the open, American Express, Procter and Gamble. That's Staples. That's big for Staples. And that's about it. All right, so that's about the earnings. Okay, let's move over to some news that I probably already talked about. So, all right, see, Apple loses top phone maker spot to Samsung. That's what's going on. Tesla to lay off more than 10% of the staff globally of sales full. All right. Now, I'll go through anything that I feel that's important here. All right, let's see what's going on with Salesforce here. It says Informatica Inc. in Salesforce. Salesforce is in advanced talks to acquire. There you go. They're going to acquire Informatica. That's why that is down this morning. All right. That explains that. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. All right. I don't think there's anything else to really talk about there. I think we can move on to daily charts. Like I said, the war in the Middle East, Iran, actually said that, and U.S. is not counterattacking. So a lot of things have eased. Obviously, that could change, but that's what's going on there. All right, let's move on to daily charts. Take a look at those. Boom. Okay. Looking at the daily chart, there is a channel now that we're looking at here. Let's go a little closer here. There's a channel being honored. Okay. So, right off the bat, all right, a couple things stand out to me. We hit the 50-day moving average on the daily chart right there. Whoop. And then it got bought. No surprise. Okay. Second thing, this is last week's lows. Not, when I say last week, it means the prior week before last week. Okay. So we broke the prior week's lows. That was the key level. Because look, we came down there and tried to break it. We came down there and tried to break it, and then we broke it. We broke it. Okay. No surprise to bounce off the 50-day moving average. Okay. Now we have this channel. See this trend line on the top and this on the bottom. Okay, so what does this tell us? Let's move this out a little bit in the access here. What does this tell us, right? So we're underneath the 20, underneath the 9 EMA daily. We've got support at the 50. Okay, this was the prior week's lows that we broke, right? This is last week's actual highs and lows. Okay, and you could tell right here, that's the low, right? Now, when you're here, and we have a channel now, right? We didn't come to the bottom of the channel because we got support from the 50. Okay, so we're at right now is 513.85. So 513.85. We're all the way back up here. We're in the upper third of Friday's range. We're back above these weekly lows. Okay, so the top of the channel would be around 515, call it 516. Let's see, let's go to today's date. Yeah, so it's today, 516 would be hitting the top of this channel. So I'm going to pay attention to when it gets up into this area, 516, because then what we could do is we could start to come back to this side. And there's also a trend line from the past there. And where does this all line up? Do you see that? This little X right here, 505. So in weakness, 505. In strength, 516 could be resistance. That's all I'm looking at. Okay? That's all I'm looking at. I don't want to be in the middle of this muddle. Okay? Now, I specifically talk about this for a swing. All right, for a swing trade, you really don't want to be in the middle of the channel. Okay? You want to do something here or here. Okay? But for day trading, obviously, that's a little different. All right, moving on. Qs. Let's look at those Qs together. Now, the Qs, look at this mess. All right? Right in the middle there, 440. All right, a lot of trading range, big balance, right? You could see there's a definite difference, okay, in the Qs. Okay, now you have this trend line that was hit, boop, caused resistance, right? We have an uptrend line here. It's got this kind of wedge looking thing, okay? It's a lot different, but the Qs did come down, hit the 50, got bought. Now, what's you have to understand, we did not breach the previous week's lows. Here they are. It did not breach those. It did not breach the previous week's high. So we stayed within the prior week. Okay. So again, where are we at now? Right? We are at 441.24. 441.24. We are up at the upper third of Friday's session. In the middle of this crap. Okay? It's not a good place to be. And I'll get into that when we look at the futures, okay? But at a very crucial level, but you're in the middle of this garbage, right? You want to be active around here and here. So where can we go today? Let's go to this date, around 444, 445, onto the bottom of this. You're looking at last week's lows. You're looking at 436, 435, right? Ultimate down to 432s. Okay, that's what I'm seeing today. Okay, moving on. Moving on to the triple-headed monster, where we can look at the bond market, and it has reported. Boom. 10-year yield, like I said, should rise. Look at that. Big move up 1.87%, up to 4.58 yield. Okay, we'll look at that now. TNX. Okay, big move up. All right, you can see here, maybe with the war, people bought 30-year bonds, but then boom, we're back right up to this level here. This is very key. Okay, look at to the left, around 4.6 yield. That would be causing resistance here. So we need to at least see if we can move up there. This eventually should put weight on the market, right? It should. But doesn't mean that always has to inversely correlate all the time. All right. Let's look at the VIX. We are elevated. Okay, we are elevated. We're at 16.64. Now again, the VIX is 30 days out of fear. 30 days out. Okay, are people hedging 30 days out? Now we ripped up here. We had a high all the way up to like 19 on Friday. A lot of fear there, right? We closed all the way down here though. Now, 16 VIX equals a 1% expected move in the S&P 500. So expect volatility is here, which I love. Okay, that's what you want to see. You know, when you're down here in the 12s, you're not going to get too much volatility. Okay, so there is fear, not ultra fear, but there is somewhat fear that's going to cause volatility in this market, right? Dollar. Let's look at it. Dollar is, I don't know why that's not reporting right now. 105. Let's see. Dollar should be at 105.93. Is it? Do I not see it? It's just not on this chart. That's weird. But the dollar right now is at 105.93. So we're right here, basically holding the highs of Friday. I mean, we got resistance at 106.74. Let's gotta see. Remember, rising dollar usually not good for commodities. Usually not good for equities. Rising yields is not good for equities either, especially the Russell. Okay, so that's what we're looking at with the triple headed. Oh boy. Oh boy. I apologize. I was not on the chart. I apologize. So that's the dollar. I'm saying the resistance here. Let's see. Big move up. Okay. Let's look at that VIX real quick. I just want to show everybody. Sorry, I apologize for that. This is what I was looking at. Big elevation on Friday. And today we're back down, but then we're still at a 16.65 VIX, which is fear, right? And then the 10-year yield, sorry, I got sidetracked with showing you guys the actual number that I was mentioning. This to the left is 4.66 yield. It could be resistance, and we're right here. So moving up. Okay, we're moving up. And are these yields going to finally put weight on this market? With the dollar rising, with the yields rising, gold, just crazy. Okay, I apologize for that. All right, now we're gonna get over to my favorite market profile, volume profile. All right, look at that together. Let's look at that together here and see what we have going on. All right, now if we're looking at the rolling weeks profile, we have excess at the top, followed by a value area. A value area is 70% of the trade. Okay, that's the highlighted area, followed by this little bitty down here. Okay, so you can see the most traded price of the rolling week. Now this is 24-hour chart, so is right here. Okay, so looks Very balanced. So we are right here, price. Okay, there's price. Now, let's look at a big level, okay? What still is the big level? Up here is the most traded price of the last month and the rolling week. That is 52.55. Now, the job of the market, if this goes lower, and it does in the 24-hour, it has, if it does today, then that's bearish. You're bringing the most traded price of the week lower. Okay, now you can see the orange is month, the month volume profile. Okay, so you're getting some volume here, so that also can jump. And now, if that does happen, okay, that's ultimate balance. If we bring the most traded price of the month down here, now, why is that significant? Well, this is the most traded price of this year, right here. Okay, 52.05. It's the most traded price of the year. So if they all meet, that's a pretty significant level. Okay, in the Nasdaq, they all are grouped. This market doesn't know what it wants. It just doesn't. Okay, you go down, and now we're getting bad luck up, right? So that's what that's telling me. And then all that means is when they all get together, a large move is going to happen. Big move. Okay, so we'll look out for that today. But now, as far as today, what did we do? Here was those lows. We broke them. Now where are we at? We're inside back into the range. We're back inside the range. So, okay, what that means now, let's look at this. You have shorts from here getting paid, shorts from here getting paid, shorts from here getting paid. Now you know you got longs from here. Bought the 50-day moving average in the SPY. Okay, bought up. Closed here, opened here. There's the only short activity to this much long activity. And it's still rising as we're speaking. Okay, now retail sales came out, so doesn't matter, whatever. The market likes it right now. Okay, so we're 90% net long coming off the breaking of these lows. Now what I'm saying is, I just said all these shorts got paid. So if you're short here and you took profit here, or you're holding on, you're going to get your shorts, you're going to take them off. Okay? And the key level for today will be this level, the most traded price of the year, and this 24-hour most traded price of the week. Okay? If you cross that and start going, we are going to go back to this level here, 52.55. We're going to test that level again. That's just how it works. Okay? That's how it works. Right? You always got to put your mind in, okay, if I shorted here and we went all the way here, we broke that 50, and now, wait a minute, we're back. Well, guess what? You're going to go back. Unless shorts re-engage here and we dump. But you have to see. Okay? Now, how do we play this? How do we play it? You're inside the session of Friday. Okay? Oof. Market's pushing up, okay? You're inside the session. Now, this is right at the top. Okay, this is right at the top of the range. We're hitting that most traded price of the year right now. So you're inside Friday's range. Okay, so you're inside it. It's not a huge, that's not a huge edge. So I want to see this test the edges of Friday's range. Okay, and this most traded price. So, pretty simple here. Okay, now another thing that's a little bit of an edge. You know you're 100% net long from the lows of Friday and from the overnight session. So just picture this. This could be a mini little range here. If we do push up, come into this supply, come into week-to-day VO up, right? You got monthly VO up above us. This supply zone. Okay, we come up here and we get rejected. We start to move back. this level becomes very important. Okay, because now we got longs from the bottom, and you could start to work yourself down, push up, and we could probably balance off the rest of the day. Now we're going into this area, and we could very likely test this. So how does that work? Let's look at the scenarios. Okay, let's do a scenario here. ES scenario. All right. I'm just trying to see some other levels to look at. All right. Now we do have something here. A little bit of a weak low. We have the overnight lows match up with the most trader price of Friday. Right here. So that's a level that if it broke, that's susceptible to break the lows. Okay. So first off, let's go with, I'm going to actually go with the bear scenario first because we're going towards this. Okay. So we have supply here, supply zone here, week to date VWAP here, and there's single prints that still have not been cleaned yet. Okay. So, and you're pushing across the most traded price of the year. This is really a good testing point. So if the price comes in here with longs from the bottom of Friday, longs from the bottom of the overnight, they're going to want to get paid. Okay, so if you come in here and you start to get lower highs, you're going to probably test this most traded price of the year. Okay, this will be a little battleground. If you break and hold that, most likely, now you're going to have to battle with this too, you're going to drop at least into the 50-day moving average in the futures. Okay, I'm sorry, this is the week-to-day VWAP. So I'm sorry, it's here, not there. So this week-to-day VWAP could be bought up here. But if that gets taken out, maybe we test Friday's lows. That's kind of what I'd only look at, okay, for short. Now, longs, right? What I would need to see in for a long. Okay, I know, like I said, we have shorts that have gotten paid 3 sessions in a row. Okay, now we got longs getting paid from the bottom here. So, what do I need to see? This area becomes key to me for a bull. So if we come up here and we take out this supply zone, right? I mean, let's say we hit our head on this monthly VWAP, and then we fall, right? What does that mean? Longs are taking profits. This level, this area becomes very important to get defended. You don't want this area to be broken because we're probably going to fall. So I would look to see, and you might have some demand here, okay? But it doesn't matter. You got a big level here. So if you get this, this could really fuel us back to 52, 55. That's what I would be interested in. Of course, can we drop down to this demand? And I'd also maybe look at this as well. Yes. So we could come down here and push down, and you could do one of these two, okay? That's also what I'd be interested in. All right, let's see if we have time. We do. Let's quickly go over to the NASDAQ. This NASDAQ's ranges have been monstrous. I don't know if that's a word, but let's look at our structure. Here's our profile. So we got excess at the top. Here's our value area and excess to the bottom. Now the difference in the NASDAQ is it really hasn't broken these lows. You see these lows? The ES, the SPY, broke key levels. The NASDAQ has not. The NASDAQ has not. Okay? It's very important. Now, the big level in the NASDAQ is here. Because why? It's the most traded price of the week. It's the most traded price of the month. It's the most traded price of this year. Huge level. Where is price? And I'm in the wrong chart. This is the chart I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So let's look at that again. Rolling profile, excess, value area, excess. Okay. That's balance. It's expected. Okay. Here's your monster level. 182.80, I believe it is. Okay. Price is above that level. That is bullish. So this level is everything in NASDAQ. Okay. Now, key, look what happened. Here's Friday's highs, there's Friday's lows. Overnight low, overnight high, just basically went up to Friday's highs, getting sold into. Okay, so what do you want to see in the NASDAQ? So this is the bull bear line. Okay, this is the bull bear line. We are 100% net long in the overnight. You got longs from the lows. Okay, so what could possibly happen in the morning? Okay, you have the 50-day moving average in the futures as well. You're back over it. You're back over the 90 MA daily in the futures. All right, so here is everything right here. So that is the level to watch. That is the level to watch. So if you are a bull, what do you want to see? You want to see this. You want to see whatever it does come back in here and defend this level. It could even mean a little hit to the week to date view up and push back up. Hold, hold, hold. You still have single prints that were not cleaned. That could come up and push up into this supply. If you take out this supply with all these single prints above us that have still not been cleaned, you can move. Okay? Single prints are very powerful because it's not a lot of volume. Okay? That's why I keep them on my chart. That shows me that there will not much be resistance there if we're really strong. So this is something I'm really watching in the Qs, really going to have my eye on. Why semis are hot, right? What does that mean? I might want to lean on Qs. I don't have to worry about financials for healthcare, okay? Now, what else could happen? You do have demand here. I wouldn't like this as much though, because look, if you pass through this huge level, well, now the bears are in control. Okay, I probably want to see this again to get involved. Okay, now the one thing I would be involved in as well is so the long I would be interested in would be if the price came back down all the way to here. Okay, and we're in this demand and we get a little bear trap and we do this. I would be interested to maybe go back to here. That's what I see there. Okay, now as far as the shorts, what would I be interested in? Okay, now if you do come up here, go into the supply, yes, could we get some and we come back here? Yes. I would be more interested if we broke this level, took out this demand, held, and then we tested Friday's lows. That's kind of what I'm interested in. Now, if you notice, that's kind of what happened on Friday. We held these levels, pushed through them, right? Came all the way back, and that's when the big move happened, okay? So that's what I'm seeing in the NASDAQ. I like the NASDAQ setup. Okay? So, that is it for me today. All right, hopefully all of that makes sense to everybody. Please subscribe, set an alert if you haven't already. Give me some love. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. All right. You can always follow me on X at Gonzo719 as well. All right, now we got the plan. We got it. I mean, I got it. So, just got to be patient. It's Monday morning. What I do like is the relative volume. It's high today. So, that's looking good. I like that when that relative volume. Let's look at that really quickly. I'll just show you that real quick. Boom. That's nice. 184% and 138% in the NASDAQ. That is nice relative volume. Okay. That's higher volume than the average. A lot. So beautiful. Looking at volatility today. Okay. So hope everybody has a great day. Stay green. Stay patient. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. If not, maybe